windows down and ready to ride.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well today. Hi, Jelly Beans, Beverly, Drunk Beaver, Colin Raid. Oh, shit. Look at how many people are in my kitchen. Okay, push to the back. Everybody come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you've had a wonderful day. It's Tuesday. It feels a bit like a Monday, but we're gonna deal with that. Look, I think our font might be a little bit too big, but we'll get that going. Like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. I would love to know what you have for dinner today. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. I can't put the comments up on the screen, but I see everybody in the chat. Mikey with his check mark stands out. Does it show up on here? I hope that everybody is doing well. Like I said, sorry for being late. Vince, your dinner list tonight, finally back at your apartment in the city. I love it. Hey, if you're new here, do me a favor, subscribe. It's free. Did you know that? Did you know that subscribing is free? Totally free. Try it out. I saw Mark is here. Casey Carey is here. Cece. Oh my goodness. You guys, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Can't get enough of it. So today we are going to start out watching some divorces with the judge we affectionately call DJ Kometz. Tonight I was contemplating calling him Cringy Kometz. Because, as usual, it was a cringy time. But I do like to see the divorces. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment. Maybe that's the truth, huh? Let me just pull that up here 1 second, and we will get going. It's the 13th today, right, guys? It is. Oh, Mark! Oh... The best problem to have. This is the best problem in the world to have. Mark, you're amazing. Look at all these people. Jay. Living on love. Patricia. Jim. Doggy Deb. You guys. Oh, Leslie. I can't read them all. I heard the end. Do, 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 do. Wow. Mark, that's amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. wow. Look at that. Heather got a membership. You guys, this is so amazing. We do... Hi, Lizette. Oh, yeah, people are throwing beads at each other. We do a lot of fun things around here. We could just talk about how awesome Mark is. That we could probably dedicate a whole show to that. I'm amazed. I'm floored. I'm blown away. Actually, I'm wearing purple today because Mark's little emoji is purple. So there we go, matchy match. If you were one of the lucky 50 people that just got a membership, welcome. We do members only every Sunday. This last Sunday's members only we had a bit of a problem with. I mentioned this yesterday. This looks blue, it's purple. This is purple. It's a honeybee purple, but okay. God damn it. It still looks blue up close. Oh goodness. Anyways, it is purple, I can assure you of that. But yeah, Mac, that's actually a really good idea. I used to do that on a different channel of mine. Okay, what was I gonna say? Sunday, members only. We did a really fun members only. I'm gonna have to change my shirt. Hold on. Where is a blue? I'm gonna have to find a blue shirt to hold up beside it. Or here. Hey, Chris. 4 months. See? Wow, they do look very similar. This is meant to be very different colored than this. In person, you'd be seeing, wow, those are totally different. Those are totally different. Did I get some chest sun? No, Mark, you made me all hot and bothered. I really am, though. So seriously, though, we had a members only where I stupidly watched Olympic stuff, and now it got taken down. I revised it. I removed all the Olympic stuff, and then it still got taken down. Cheshire Cat, I think you're right. The green screen pulls the green out, and so, or the chroma key for it. Anyways, hold on. Let me move this up here. Oh my gosh. And Chris Schultz, thank you, by the way, for 2 months as a member. That is so sweet, but 4 months. 2 months, 4 months. I love it. And Tommy, first of all, thank you. Second of all, Streamlabs. Why is Tommy's not popping up here? What's going to happen? Why is this taking so long? Oh. Seriously, why? Why? I don't know. But I see it, Tommy, so thank you so much. I saw it. I appreciate it. It will pop up here eventually. I do remember we used to have this problem. Anyways, so, and thank you. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, everybody. You guys your support is amazing. I woke up this morning to some really lovely comments that actually really made my day. And I just want to remind each and every one of you that in your power is to make people feel nice, or the opposite way, but we try and make people feel nice. So, for example, leaving nice comments. Also, look, that helps the chat. Look at that. So much easier to read now, isn't it? Hi, Ginger Cat. But there it is. Thank you, Tommy. Okay, so how many, was that like 30-second delay on that? I'm gonna have to talk to the guys in the truck around here about that. Anyways, but seriously, oh, we already have a command about it. Sometimes a kind word, oh, it's Bev's. Sometimes a kind word makes someone's day. Don't forget that. From Beverly B. We are all beautiful and loved. Thank you for being an amazing family. See, you know, we already knew. We already knew that. Anyways, let's get started on some court. Streamlabs is... Oh, where's Paisley? Where's Paisley? Oh my god. I'm right here. Jeez. Streamlabs is lagging, possibly. I mean, we did just get a lot of beautiful donos. My head feels weird on there. Hi, Chris Engleby, right there. Okay, so this is Judge Kometz, and this is his divorce docket. It seems the Streamlabs chat is way behind. But look, I'm seeing it at the same time that you typed it, Mark. Because I have them on both. But anyways, no, I'm not blaming you, I promise. I gotta make myself a little bit smaller. I'm too full of myself. Anyways, first of all, don't these two people look alike to begin with? They sort of do. It's my cleavage, yeah, you're right, Vince. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? I think we shall. What's everybody drinking tonight? I am drinking, it looks like brother sister, right? I'm drinking the last of my coffee. Literally the last. It is almost out completely, which is devastating to me. Mayor's here. Oh gosh. And Nico, yeah, DJ Kometz is working the turntables tonight. That was a terrible turntable sound. Cloud Ma'am, new here. Oh, welcome. Well, I hope you have a good time. I just realized I didn't do my eyebrows tonight, but that's okay. They'll be okay. They're just in different time zones as usual. Let's just play, Paisley. Stop talking. Hit play.
Right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes.
Alrighty. Garrett, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in June of 2024, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to Marissa by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there has been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you have presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And okay, that's it for you. Marissa, you have the easier job here, though. Only a couple questions. You heard that testimony?
I did, yes.
True and accurate, ma'am?
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
I am not, no.
Perfect. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction, and because this is where you live and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be processing this. There is a 3-week appeal period on this. So in 3 weeks, we're going to be sending it to you, Garrett, and it'll be your responsibility to send Marissa her copies. Any questions?
We did fill out the waiver.
Did you? Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what's needed. I didn't see a waiver. So otherwise I wouldn't have told you about the 21 days.
No, that's okay.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
I did see it was loaded up online, so.
Okay, you've got a stipulation to proceed, but that's not a waiver. Those are different documents.
Drive safe, Chris. Chris.
Let me see if we've got something in court view that says otherwise.
So in Michigan, there is a 21-day waiting period unless you sign a waiver.
Because you can sign the waiver, and that'll get it over and done with.
That was the one that needed her signature notarized, correct?
Referee, the waiver is in the court, is in court view.
It is in court view. Okay, never mind then. It won't be. We'll need to make sure that that's noted on here. Sure. Thank you for bringing that up. So, okay, since it's there, then yeah, there's no 21-day appeal period. We'll make sure that gets matched up and we'll get this processed in the next day or so, okay?
Okay, so I should be expecting the copies in the mail in the next...
Probably next week, yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, any questions other than that?
No, sir.
And thank you for answering that question with that, because that I think that's one of the rarest questions I've had. Most of the time people don't even know what the waiver is, so I try not to bring it up because it tends to confuse people.
Okay.
And you're generally confused enough when you're coming here, so I try to make this slide through as easy as possible. Yeah. But nice to meet both of you. Take care and stay safe.
try and make it slide through as easy as possible. That's what she said. Sorry, I'm terrible. I'm like a child. This judge, he does try and bring levity to the situation when people are getting divorced. I love it. I laugh every time. But the reason we're going to watch these is more for him in between as opposed to the actual divorces. You know, some judges are more fun to talk with. Oh, man. Colin, you're not here right now, but you should try and get him in the pool. I bet he'd love it. And later on, he tells us about a special piece of furniture in his house. Oh, yeah. It's cool. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Oh, first, Cheshire Cat, I see what you've written there. $2 because it's been 15 minutes and you didn't like the video. No. I'm going to get a report about that from YouTube, Daddy. We will hit play. It will pop up in approximately 30 seconds. Do you know what's funny is that the GIFs pop up immediately as far as I'm aware, but the super chats take a minute. I've checked the settings.
Thank
We'll
you.
get that
you.
processed and get it to you, Garrett. No problem. Have a good morning or afternoon.
You as well.
Take care. All right, next.
Next, we can do freeze versus freeze.
Okay. Okey-dokey.
Freeze versus freeze. Let's free them both. Free them both from the chains of matrimony. Oh, also, I was thinking we could get a counter going for how many live, laugh, love type signs we see. Does this one in his say, hello, pumpkin? Julie, hi. Do you think that says hello, pumpkin? I'm trying to think of what other word. It could be bumpkin. But I don't know that there's any other word other than pumpkin or bumpkin. Blumpkin, maybe, Mike? And honestly, when I first saw it, for some reason, hi MB. When I first saw it, I thought it said latte pumpkin. And I thought, this guy's really into Starbucks or something. Damn it, Streamlabs. Streamlabs, you need to report to my office after this stream. Oh, Ray Dunn signs, Cloud Ma'am, you understand. I follow a YouTuber who collects Ray Dunn mugs, and she knows she has a problem. She's like, I'm aware I have a problem. There it is, yay! Thank you. Okay, hold on, here we go. Mac the knife is written words. Bumpkin, dumpkin, frumpkin, gumpkin, humpkin, lumpkin, mumpkin, rumpkin, and zumpkin. With a Z, mind you. With a Z. Dad's half face is annoying. Vince, prepare for later. We got some annoyingness happening later. But yeah, let's continue. Also, are behind him, is that like a wall decal? Where there's like leaves and a bird flying away? Do we think that's his new girlfriend's house? Or is it his? I have questions.
Hey, Miss Freeze, did you?
Oh, does that? Okay. No, see, that doesn't.
Did you connect?
Yep.
Mr. Freeze, did you connect?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
All right. No problem. All right, let's go ahead on the record in the matter of Freeze versus Freeze. Case number 24-01.
Actually, Judge, before you get going on that, I want to address Vince's comment up there. Vince, I also don't like that I can't click on your comments, and this space right over here is meant for those highlighted comments. I just have to get on it, okay? That's mostly my fault for not knowing how to do that in Streamlabs, but we will get there. Today we had the intro, didn't we? We had the intro, baby. That's right.
363DM. Joshua, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes, sir.
All right. Alita, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes, I do.
All righty. Joshua, you filed this, so most of the questions are going to be shot at you. So, Alita, if you just care to listen in, I'll only have a couple questions for you at the end. All right, Joshua, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in, looks like February of 2024, correct?
Yes.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it?
I believe so, yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes, I was.
And you were married to Alita by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And you believe it's in the best interest of your child?
Yes, I do.
All righty. Alita, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yes, I did.
True and accurate, ma'am?
Yep.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Sorry, got to ask the question by law. All righty. With that being noted, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where the party, well, I think at least one of you lived prior, but both of you live in the state of Michigan, so we got that one right. And all you have to do is live in Kent County for more than 10 days, and this is the appropriate venue. So we have jurisdiction, and the proofs are sufficient out of the document. So we'll get this processed. There is a 3-week appeal period on this document, so we'll be finalizing that. And when it's finalized, we'll be sending it to you, Joshua. It'll be your responsibility to send Alita hers. And I note that the support case is out of Acosta County. So
Yes.
I'm sure that the front of the courts will be conferring on that one and figuring out how to get that case moved to Kent County.
Okay, so when I get that, I just need to get a copy and give it to her? Is that?
Yeah, you have to give her copy because you'll be getting the final copies.
Okay.
So is our front of the court case going to move to Kent County then?
It should. That way all cases are combined. Otherwise, you have to file one case in one county and one case in the other county. You don't want to do that. Normally, they bring the one case into the county where the divorce was finalized.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good luck to both of you. Take care.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
This is like rapid
Good
fire
day.
divorce.
You too.
Okay, next.
Next, we can do Project versus Project. KRAW.
Found it. I have them all spread out over my desk, so
Yeah.
that way I can see all the names for once instead of a stack. Still doesn't help.
Judge, how are
Alrighty.
your trees doing? Oh, shit.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to both of you, since both of you connected.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead on the matter of Krawcheck versus Krawcheck, case number 24-05605DO. Maria, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
Kurt, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
Alrighty, and I see we have a countdown in the background. So,
Oh.
yeah,
Fair.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Oh, Judge, you know, you get me every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is the extent of my 4 years of high school Spanish. Literally. Also, I can't really see that in there. I worry about teachers teaching from home with their... like, you need a good dry erase marker. Like, I'm just saying, in this case, get a new one. Get a new one. Anyways, he loves making jokes. It's his favorite thing in the world to do. And he just, I can just tell. He just loves it. It's his thing, you know?
You can read it. That's good. My students probably do good too.
In any event, yeah, I had to take 2 years of Spanish and about a year of French, and just like my piano, I took 4 years of that and can't play chopsticks. So I understand some of it. It's just speaking it is
Same
not.
goes. I can't
Yeah.
play the
So-
piano.
Yeah, in any event, Maria, most of these questions are tailored for you because you filed this complaint. So you filed a complaint for divorce back in June of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate to the best of your knowledge when you filed it,
Yes.
and they remain true and accurate to the best of your knowledge to this day.
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document.
Yes.
And you were married to Kurt by a person authorized to perform marriages.
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable.
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant.
No.
I also don't think Kurt is over this one, but I think we have to add another live, laugh, love sign to the counter because I do believe behind Kurt is a live, laugh, love-esque sign. Also, I have a funny story about a person authorized to perform marriages that I'll tell after these people are done.
Okay. Have to ask. Kurt, you had the easier job. You heard that testimony?
Yes.
True and accurate, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where you live and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. There is a 3-week appeal period on this document. So once that 3 weeks is elapsed, we'll get this to you, Maria, and it'll be your responsibility to send Kurt his final copies.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
All righty. Take care.
Nope.
Both of you stay safe. Good luck.
Thank
Right,
you.
you too. Thank you.
It's the final countdown. A cricket machine, Katie9. My sister has one. Judge,
All righty.
hit us with something funny.
A lot of copies.
A lot of copies, yeah. Anyways, I'll tell the quick story here. So no, don't talk
All
yet.
right.
I was married. I'm now divorced. But when I did get married, we got married on a cruise ship, and you have to get married in port because if you get married on board a ship, there's nobody like out at sea. There's no like nation to issue you a marriage license, and cruise ships and cruise companies don't carry their own marriage licenses to issue. So you can get like your vows renewed on board a cruise ship by the captain, but he is not authorized to perform real marriages in like on the ship. They don't count because there's no jurisdiction with which to issue the marriage license. So for example, when we got married, we went to Texas, to Houston, or to Galveston outside of Houston, and we had to arrive there 3 days early in order to procure our marriage license ahead of time. And you can't, like, people often do vow renewals on a ship, but that's when they're already married and there's no legal requirement for somebody authorized to perform marriages. But if you you have to legally get married basically first. So when I got married on the ship, we did it on embarkation day, the first day before the ship left. And that tends to be the safest route that you can take because our cruise was diverted from where we were supposed to go to a different place because of weather. And we had met this couple that was supposed to get married in the place that we were diverted away from, and their whole wedding got ruined. They didn't even get married. And her name was America. I remember it very distinctly. Her name was America. And I felt so terrible for her. But that's exactly why I got married on embarkation day, because that isn't going to get fucked up for the most part. Anyways, okay. And no, it wasn't a gay cruise, but I'm sure there was lots of gay people there.
Who do you want next?
Well, let's do Barry versus Barry.
Okay.
If the ship was flagged in America, then maybe they could, but I'll tell you something, was that Nico that said that? Yeah, most cruise ships are definitely not registered at in the US. The exception to that would be Norwegian Cruise Lines, who has one ship called the Pride of America. The reason being that when you flag a ship in America, there are actually rules about how much of that ship needs to be built in America, and most of the ships don't qualify for that at all. It also means that you have to follow American labor laws, which cruise ships tend not to want to do. But this particular cruise ship for Norwegian Cruise Lines circles the Hawaiian Islands and does only American cruises. So they had to be flagged in America, and they had to be following US labor laws, because the rule is that if you're a foreign flagged ship and you depart from a US port, you have to hit a foreign port before you return to that US port, unless you're a US flagged ship. So for example, that's why cruise ships that leave out of Seattle have to stop either in Vancouver or Victoria. It is called the Jones Act, yes. So they basically created that a long time ago for shipping regulations, but its effect now is that if you are a foreign flag vessel, which most of them are, you have to hit a foreign port. So on the Mexican cruises, they hit Ensenada, or they hit like if they just do the little cruises, they'll hit Ensenada. Down here, they either hit Victoria or Vancouver. The Caribbean's a lot easier because they can hit a Caribbean island and then come back, and they've satiated those requirements. But anyways, let's continue. Sorry. I used to work for cruise ships. I used to be a shore excursion manager, land-based shore excursion manager. So I've worked with every major cruise line that's out there. And yeah, they all have to follow those rules. That's awesome, Cheshire Cat.
Okay.
We took
Crystal,
our
if you
family
could unmute,
on
please.
a cruise as well. Man, her hair braids like mine does into tiny wee
Got it.
nuggets.
Perfect. All right, Troy is still connecting.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Barry, did you connect,
Hi,
sir?
Flusha.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to both of you. We are here in the matter of Barry versus Barry, case number 24-05672DO. Crystal, you filed this, so let's start with you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony.
I do, in Jesus' name.
I'm sorry, what? What is on her arm? Are those scissors? Are those scissors? And also, she does in Jesus' name. I've never really heard that one before. And Troy don't look happy. Is that allowed? Can you say that? I'm going back up here and see. Let's just hear again.
Swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony.
I do, in Jesus' name.
Okay, Mr. Barry, do you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
All righty. Crystal, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in June of 2024, correct?
Yes, sir.
And all the allegations that were true and accurate when you filed that complaint?
Yes, sir.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
I moved here in May.
Okay, so you were a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 6
Yes.
months prior to filing a document, and you
Yes.
lived in Kent County for at least 10 days prior to filing that document.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I normally like 98.9% of the people have lived here forever, so I get away with that question and combining it.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. A whole month you've been a member and so supportive. I so appreciate it. Interesting case already. Troy doesn't seem happy. He just doesn't. But, you know, not everybody's happy when they're getting divorced. Some people are. Also, if you're just getting here, please make sure you clock in for your shift. Hit that like button. Do me a solid. It's free. It helps.
Most of the time, but obviously not every time.
Not
All that's required is that you live in the state of Michigan for 6 months and you live in this county for 10 days.
Yes.
But with that being stated, and you were married to Troy by a person authorized to perform marriages,
Yes.
and there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable.
Correct.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Yes, sir.
And you are not currently pregnant.
No.
Okay. Troy, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yeah.
True and accurate, sir?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction because the jurisdictional requirements have been met and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. There is a 3-week appeal period on this document. So once that time period has elapsed, Crystal will be sending you the final copies. It'll be your responsibility to send Troy his final copy. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Take care to both of you. Stay safe.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what I was just reminded of? Remember that case in Middleton recently where the guy was probably having a little bit of a breakdown and he kept saying, "In Jesus' name, amen. In Jesus' name, amen." Jelly beans, that should not happen. The ads are set to happen every 30 minutes. Literally, I had to pick this timing and it says it should happen every 30 minutes, but I do know that if you leave the stream and then come back even to check your messages or something on your phone, that sort of resets it. But I did specifically go look at that and they were set to every 30 minutes, which I thought was a fair balance. If it works 30 minutes, you know what I mean? My theory. And YouTube Premium, by the way, you guys, thank you to all those people that have YouTube Premium out there. I don't know if you know this, but it does give a separate line item as to the sort of contribution in ad revenue. And so it really does count. It's definitely worth it for a lot of people. But, yeah, they shouldn't be lots of ads, but I do know if you go out and in, it's not good. Viking, are you saying there's a live one? Anyways, and yes, even with premium, people work ads into the video, which I always find annoying. Well, let's continue. Oops.
Alrighty. While I'm signing the last couple, who am I looking for next?
Help if I am muted. Barker versus Barker.
Okay. You'd have thought when I spread these things out, I would have done them in alphabetical order. I did not. Alrighty. Ah, we got the whole group.
Oh, hold on, Jelly Beans. Wait, you have premium and you're getting ads? That's a problem. Like, that's a big problem. They shouldn't have any ads in premium at all whatsoever. So I would want you to follow up on that. Yeah, That really wouldn't be good. And yes, weed is legal in Canada, Carol. But that's weird. Like, you shouldn't get them if you're on premium, you know? And also, yes, I also, sometimes my favorite YouTubers, like, I'll watch a video and I'll see an ad and I'll be like, I skip some ads for sure in the in-video ads, but sometimes they're compelling. Also, sometimes they are actually, good. Like, there's a couple channels where I like rewatch the ads. They're so good. So, I also am proud of creators when they manage to get sponsorships too. I'm like, get that. Yes, baby. All right, now it looks like they've got stuff up. Anyways, let's continue this.
Been a while since I've had everybody show up. Welcome to all. All righty. So let's double check connections. Ms. Schmidt, you connected?
Yes, I am. I can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Barker.
Yes, thank you.
Miss Barker.
Yep.
Mr. Velzen.
Yep.
Perfect. Now that we're all on the same page, we're here in the matter of Barker versus Barker, case number 24-048390. Let's see, Jlyn Barker, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes.
All right, Rick Barker, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
All righty, you both submitted a petition. Well, Jlyn, you're listed as plaintiff, so I'll do most of the questions with you. You and your future ex-husband filed a petition for a consent judgment of divorce to be entered approximately in May of 2024. Is that correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in that petition were true and accurate when you filed it?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were married to Rick by a person authorized to perform marriages?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I didn't hear.
Yeah, you were married to Rick by a person authorized to perform marriages.
Correct.
I have to have you married before I can divorce you. It's one of those prerequisites.
Yep, we sure were.
And oddly enough, these consent petitions do not list the fact that you're married.
Huh.
I still have not figured that out yet.
Yeah.
The law does not make that many presumptions, and the presumption that you're married. But in any event, in your opinion, there's
Cloud ma'am, I do lives every single day and twice on Sundays. That sounds insane, but it's true. Every single day and twice on Sundays, generally around this time, sometimes earlier. I'm on the West Coast, so it's only 7:07 p.m. But every single day, because I'm a glutton for punishment. No, honestly, I just love it.
there's been a breakdown of your marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable.
Correct.
And you presented to this court that judgment of divorce that you both petitioned for, and you believe it's a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant.
No.
I know, I got to ask the question. Sorry. Mr. Barker, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yes,
True and accurate, sir?
it is.
All right, Mr. Velzen, you're the plaintiff's attorney. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Not even of me? It's been a while. Haven't seen you in a while.
I was wondering how your bar.
Oh yeah, this is what I was excited for. So we're gonna hear a little bit of a insight for the judge here on what he's building. I mean, he basically begged it. He begged for it at this point. But also, Twitchy Skitchy, you're only a couple hours from the border. I'm on Vancouver Island, so you have to factor in the ferry ride as well. Factor that in, baby. No West Coast correspondent needed. Looks like Mikey's on it.
Your piano was coming.
The piano has been set outside. I'm still waiting for the walls. I've trying to get somebody to mud the walls in the basement to put in the bar, but my wife found a better bar. It's all made out of Jack Daniel's barrels.
Ooh.
Including the chairs, which rock. and the storage for the. Now I'm going to get a couple of wine barrels and cut them in half and make the shelving unit with a mirror in the middle for behind the bar.
Very nice.
But I did get the piano completely stripped. It's sitting there waiting. I've actually sanded most of it, and she wants me to finish with the basement before I finish with the piano. But I still want to finish the piano bar. So.
Interesting.
Yep. It used to be my desk when COVID started. I had started to take it apart to turn it into a bar. It's an old piano that we could not fix. And so I'd removed all the keys and all that. So it was a perfect shelving unit. When COVID started, that was my desk.
Oh, there you go.
And I still had the harp on it, which meant I could do little things like sound effects where I would take my finger and run it across and then make myself disappear. And then I'd run it across the opposite way and make myself reappear. So in any event, Ms. Schmidt, any questions, ma'am?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. In that case, I do find by and through the testimony that this court has jurisdiction and the proofs are definitely sufficient to enter this document. There is a waiver in the judgment. So the court will be signing this and processing this in the next day or so, sending it to your office, Mr. Velzen, and you may distribute it appropriately.
Thank
All
you.
of you stay safe. It was good to meet you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. All righty.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Okay.
Doesn't that sound like a wicked bar?
Funny, there was already pro-con listed on this on the court file.
So, I know, I see that, Viking. I have to learn. I can't dip out of my lives anymore. It's not good habit. So we will continue. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up the next little bit. Actually, I'll let this play.
Yeah, it says proofs were preserved like a month ago. I don't know.
I was going to say, there's no other note. It says they did a pro-con, so we did another pro-con. Suspenders and bootstraps, always good. Okay.
Beat a dead horse.
Next.
All right. Duarte versus Osorto. This one we have a Spanish interpreter for.
Thanks for your patience, Mr. Guerrero.
Okay, so normally I mean we don't always do the Spanish interpreter cases. I split this up and there was some trouble getting the attorney into the chat. Yeah, we need the Spanish teacher back, right? Anyways, this case is a little bit weird. We'll let it play. And then I don't remember where I started recording, so I may need to skip ahead a little bit, but we'll see.
Guerrero, we'll get to you in a minute.
Okay, Your Honor, fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. With all of her love of Marvel comics and Marvel movies, you'd think she'd be better at this stuff.
I'm not sure that liking Marvel movies makes
Okay.
you good at
These screens are
tech.
switching.
But his bar sounds really cool. Jack Daniels, oh, Sean, you can't shock me. I promise you.
Can you click on start video? Nope, it won't let me.
Yeah, you know all those Marvel heroes and how good they are at Zoom.
Mr. Guerrero, maybe you and I can go for another cup of coffee. We'll just give him a moment.
Okay.
Awkward turtle. Oh,
Amy,
Judge.
we had one screen working. If you could just get both of you on that screen, pick one.
One day, Sean. Any day. Judge is bro flirting, right? Oh, you guys, he talks about Disney. I think he's a Disney adult. Or his wife is a Disney adult. Because he talks about Disney.
Hello?
Hello? Disney and yoga, pyramid schemes.
Mr. Guerrero, you're saving them because if it weren't for the fact that I had you here as an interpreter, I'd probably have put them back in the waiting room by now. But I don't want to waste any more of your time than necessary, sir.
That's fine. That's fine.
He's getting paid regardless. Also, yes, this is wedding cake. Oh yeah, you're right, Nico. We said, oh god, we said the D word. Did you think that, Jelly Beans? Oh, look at, so I skipped ahead. That's right. This was taking forever, and you know how he likes
My
to
clerk
go
is asking for instructions, but like I said, I've got you here, Mr. Guerrero. I don't want to put everybody back in a waiting room.
Okay.
Okay, this
Alrighty.
has got to be
Both
one
can hear
of-
me?
Hold on.
Now I can hear.
Listen to me, Attorney Groman. She is not living up to her Marvel name. Honestly, the phone placement here is terrible. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Okay.
For you.
Alrighty.
Sorry about that. Oh boy,
Okay.
both
All right.
computers.
Yep. All right. Put both of you on the screen, please. Thank you. All right. We are here in the matter of Duarte versus Osorto, case number 24-04701DO. Mr. Guerrero, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do.
All righty. Ms. Duarte, please raise your right hand and don't slap your attorney.
Levante su mano derecha, por favor.
All right. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Jura decir la verdad y afirma decir la verdad y nada más que la verdad en su testimonio.
Sí.
Yes.
And maybe I misspoke. I should have told you to slap your attorney for all the issues with her computers.
Debería haberle pagado con la mano a su abogada porque tiene problemas con la computadora.
Me quedé así.
Ms. Duarte, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter in May of 2024, correct?
¿Usted hizo la petición para divorcio en mayo de este año?
Sí.
And all the allegations, and all the allegations that were true and accurate when you filed it to the best of your knowledge?
Y todas las alegaciones que tenía cuando usted hizo la petición, ¿existen en esa fecha?
No escuché bien.
Todas las alegaciones que usted decía acerca de por qué quería divorcio.
I know what happened there is that the translator didn't translate the first part of that joke, and he only translated the second part of the joke. And so basically he just said there, slap the attorney, which is weird. These are all consent divorces, so you actually don't need the other party there. Most of these, while there may be another party there, they've all signed these ahead of time, and so that's why there's no husband in this case. Also, what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Anyways, it just seems it was just such a weird little moment there where the guy was like, he translated the second. Oh, this perfect timing. Christopher Angleby, thank you so much. I literally was like, what the fuck did I mean to do there? I meant to thank Chris. Thank you, Christopher. You're so sweet.
¿Todavía existen?
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Alrighty, and you were married to Jose by a person authorized to perform marriages.
¿Y usted estaba casada con José?
Sí.
Yes.
And I got myself lost. You were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that complaint?
Usted era residente del condado de Michigan, de Kent County, de periodo por 10 meses antes de llenar la petición.
Sí.
Yes.
And as to your marriage with Jose, there's been a breakdown of that marriage to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Y los votos de matrimonio han sido rotos, más allá de que de encontrar una manera de reconciliación.
Así es.
Yes.
And you have given to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Y usted le ha dado a esta corte toda esa información de las bienes equitables y compartibles de este matrimonio.
Sí.
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
Y a la fecha presente, ¿no está usted embarazada?
No.
No.
Ms. Grauman, any questions?
La abogada, ¿alguna pregunta?
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you. Sorry
Thank
for
you.
the earlier mishap.
You know, we got to have something go wrong every once in a while just to let us know when things are going right.
Algo tiene que salir mal de vez en cuando para que añadir un poco de especie a la vida.
I do find buying through the testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where the parties live.
Yo entiendo que esta corte tiene jurisdicción sobre esto, es cuando ves que las dos partes viven en esta área.
And the proofs are sufficient to enter the document, so we'll be processing this and getting it to your office, Ms. Grauman.
Y se va a procesar los documentos y se los dejará saber a la abogada. Llegar a la abogada.
So Sherry asked a good question. Would they deny her the divorce if she was pregnant? The answer is they wouldn't deny it, they would delay it. So the reason being that any child conceived during a marriage and ostensibly born during that marriage is product of the spouse. So regardless of biological reality, the married spouse is the parent, presumed parent of that child. What they would do is withhold, like stop the divorce proceedings, put them on hold until the birth, and then there has to be motions filed to revoke paternity, and then the divorce could continue. I specifically covered a divorce earlier this year where the woman lied about being pregnant and was brought back before the court to explain herself because she lied about being pregnant. You can't lie about it. It's not that they're never going to let you get, but she was trying to avoid the whole thing. She thought, if I lie about this and then get divorced, nobody's going to do the math. But they did the math, and they know that the baby was born, conceived during the marriage. It was very obvious. And she was, I don't remember if she was held in contempt or what, but it was not good. She lied specifically about that. Yeah. And it wasn't, it was pretty serious. I think it was in front of Judge Kirkham. That's my thought. But anyways, so the rules are that they delay it until the birth, and then you can revoke the paternity and then go forth with the divorce. Yeah. Jelly beans. They should all do pregnancy tests. I love it. You guys always make me laugh. Also, sometimes I can't tell if you guys are being facetious or you being real. Like, you're pretty good at this stuff. You should make a YouTube show. Like, I don't know if Katie Nine's talking to me and also Vince, like, great story. Like, part of my brain's like, don't tell stupid stories. Anyways, let's go.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I have another one, Brahida, so I just don't kick me out of the waiting room.
Part of me also realizes it was a compliment, so thank you. But part of me was like, I don't know why my brain does that. I flip things. You know how it is. But thank you very much. So she's got one more one more. Also, if she doesn't speak Spanish, you think it might be harder for her to communicate with her client? I don't know. I imagine it's just sort of like good practice to have a translator, you know? You don't know. All right, let's go.
I want to make sure I'm able to stay.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll have you reset. Is there an interpreter necessary for that one?
Yes.
Yes,
Mr.
I do
Guerrero
have
is here
that
for
one
that.
also, Your Honor.
Okay.
I was
And
gonna do that one next. if
Okay, which
everyone's-
case is it?
That's Velasquez Gonzalez versus Aguilar.
Okay, got it. All right, because that way we can move the translator on to other hearings.
Sounds good.
They tend to be very busy people.
I bet they are. Brigida?
Nobody cares if I'm busy, but you know.
Yeah, I do have also Brigida Velasquez.
No
Velasquez.
problem. No problem. Ms. Grauman is resetting. We'll bring in Brigida.
Brigida's right here with me. I just brought her
Alrighty.
in.
Wonderful. And we do not have Mr. Barnabi, correct? Mr. Vega?
No.
Correct.
In that case, let us go on the record in the matter of Brigida Velasquez Gonzalez versus Mario Barnabi, case number 23-09938 DM.
388 DM.
Ms. Velasquez Gonzalez, please raise your right hand.
Señora Velasquez González, por favor, levante su mano derecha para hacer el juramento.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Jura decir la verdad y nada más que la verdad y dar su testimonio que va a dar.
Sí.
Yes.
You filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in October of 2023, correct?
Usted hizo la petición para divorcio en octubre del 23.
Sí.
And
Yes.
all the allegations in that complaint were true and accurate when you filed it?
Y todos los argumentos eran correctos cuando usted hizo la petición.
Sí.
Yes. Baje la mano.
And they remain true and accurate to this day.
Y continúan siendo exactos y verdaderos los problemas que tenía hasta esta fecha.
Sí.
Yes.
And there is currently a court order indicating that there are no minor children of the marriage because all the children born from the day of the marriage are not the husband's.
Y no hay ningunos hijos de que el señor haya sido el padre legal de ellos, porque él ya los tenía usted antes.
¿Cómo?
Sus hijos, no hay hijos por parte de este hombre con usted.
No.
No.
There are no minor children, Your Honor. The children have aged out, and then there was a revocation of paternity for the ones that were born during the marriage.
I kind of guess that's what I was alluding to about the ones that were born of the marriage, that the husband is not the father.
Los niños que tiene que no soy el esposo, no es el papá.
Trying to cover all the bases here.
Yes.
Estamos tratando de cubrir todas las bases aquí.
And you believe this judgment is a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Y este juzgado es equitable para todos los beneficios que tiene usted y propiedades del matrimonio.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
Y a la fecha presente no está embarazada.
No.
No.
Ms. Grauman, any questions?
¿Alguna pregunta, señora Grauman?
We asked her the breakdown of the marriage, correct?
Thought I did, but yeah, you don't want to be. You want a divorce, correct, ma'am?
Do you want a divorce? Do you want a divorce?
Yeah.
Divorcio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usted quiere el divorcio.
Sí.
Yes.
I thought I asked it, but I've gone through so many of these already. Who knows? I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction, and the proofs are sufficient under the document.
Thank you.
Mr. Guerrero, have a good afternoon. Amy, good luck.
Bye.
Yeah, I need to buy some new computers.
Give Stark Industries a call, okay?
Oh, I wish.
Maybe you can
Thank
get
you.
Jarvis. All righty. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Take care.
Thanks.
I did ask the breakdown, right?
I thought you did, but
Okay, I thought I did too. All right. You never know. Like I said, I've done so many of these, and that one was. All righty. Next.
Dryer versus Dryer. Though I see Melissa Powell is listed as an attorney, I do not have her here.
I didn't see anybody listed as an. Oh, is she? I've got Melissa Freeze, but she's the defendant's attorney.
You know what? And just as I called that case, plaintiff left the waiting room. So I guess we'll move on. Hopefully he'll come back.
Okay.
Let's do Gillespie versus Gillespie.
All righty. Mr. Hilder, welcome back. Mr. Gillespie, can you hear me?
Are you?
Hey, John, how are you? Hey, Judge.
All right, how's it going? Boy, that beard's coming in strong.
Eh.
You're supposed to wait till winter, man.
Vince, I knew you were going to be interested in Mr. Gillespie down there. What in the heck is going on with, Katie 9, 100% yes. 100% yes. He did. Wow. He is happier to be there than I've ever seen anybody in court. Have I ever managed to catch a freeze frame like that? Like, oh my God. He looks like he's on the roller coaster. You could literally put that face on him on riding a roller coaster, and he would look like that enthused. Oh, and the judge, look at the judge. He's like, I know how to stroke this guy's beard. I mean, ego. Jesus.
I'm doing my best.
Well, depending upon the costume my wife chooses for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, I may have to at least grow a goatee. So we'll see. Been a while. In any event, Mr. Gillespie.
There we have it. There we go. Colin is serious as fuck down there. Colin is like, why did I go with the guy I went to high school with as my lawyer? Seriously. Oh, you thought it... You thought it sure was open. So funny. The bro flirting is tremendous tonight. Just tremendous. This is the good old days of law. You know, two white men shooting the shit, talking about stuff on the clock, mind you, the very expensive clock. All right.
I don't think Mr. Gillespie connected. He's here, but can you hear me?
Maybe.
Okay, because we can't hear you.
Try and unmute.
Yeah. No, it looks
turn
like
your
it's
volume up.
Turn the volume up because it looks like it's unmuted.
Microphone on.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
All righty.
All right. Excellent.
Batteries to power, turbines to speed. Although you guys are too young to remember that one. That was the beginning of the old Batman series in the 60s. That's how you got the Batmobile going. In any event, we are here in the matter of Gillespie versus Gillespie, case number 24-01922DO. Colin, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes.
All righty. Sir, you filed a complaint for divorce through your attorney's office back in February of 2024, correct?
That is correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
and they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document.
Yes.
And you were married to Lauren by a person authorized to perform marriages.
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable.
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, Lauren is not currently pregnant.
No.
Okay. Mr. Helder, any questions, sir?
No, that's it.
All righty. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony, this court has jurisdiction and the proofs are sufficient to enter the document. So we'll move this along. There's a waiver in the judgment. So we'll get this to your office, Mr. Helder, for distribution as soon as possible.
I appreciate
Good
it.
to see
Thank
you. Take care, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All righty. Next.
Next, let's do dryer versus dryer.
Try that one again.
Yes.
The judge loves his job. He loves it. Oh, sir, your drip
Alrighty.
is
Mr.
showing.
Dreyer, welcome. Did you connect, sir? Yeah, we lost you there for a second. Brought you in and then lost you. Alexis, is your attorney going to be here?
No.
Okay. Since this is a pro forma hearing.
Great attorney. Seriously. I don't know how to explain this to people. I don't understand, first of all, why does everybody sit under a tree for Zoom court? Or have the brightest light of the sun behind them and somehow be angled at the ceiling? I still haven't figured out how people get these angles. My product pitch that I made over a year ago as guaranteed to help you do better in Zoom court was, if you'll recall, a plastic holder for your phone that you fucking locked your phone into once you got onto Zoom, and then you sat down and you didn't touch it, and it's all that was. Guaranteed, allegedly, to make you appear better in court, because guess what? You do. Sit fucking still. Don't be like all over the place. It's just so frustrating and simple to me. Seriously, that's $1 million idea. Somebody want to do that? Go ahead. We'll talk about my cut later.
It's not necessary really for the defendant to be here at all, but since you're here, welcome.
Oh, okay.
No, you're always invited. It's just that sometimes, what we needed here was your signature.
Oh, okay.
On the judgment. Once we got that, you're kind of done, but you are
Okay.
more than well. You started this together, you're going to end this together, okay? Normally I get to say you started this standing next to each other and you're ending it standing next to each other, but that's when we were in my courtroom. But in this case, so we're here in the matter of Dreyer versus Dreyer, case number 23-12415DM. Mr. Dreyer, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Yeah, the other right. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yep.
All righty. Ms. Dreyer, please raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes, sir.
All righty. John, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in December of 2023, correct?
Yes.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you signed it to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to Alexis by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And you believe it's in the best interest of your child or children?
Yes.
Okay. And that's all I have for you. Alexis, you had the easier job. You heard that testimony?
Yes.
True and accurate, ma'am?
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. In that case, I do find by and through the testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where you live and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. Mr. Dreyer will be sending it to you. It'll be your responsibility once you get it to send Alexis her copies.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Take care.
Thanks, sir.
Good luck.
Yeah, bye.
Man, he couldn't be done with that fast enough. Hilarious. Also, I'm well aware that there's lots of devices to hold your phone. Dude, as Loud said, I'm a content creator. I got fucking tripods and lights and all that shit all over here. It's annoying. My point is, this is sold to criminals as a way to increase their ability in Zoom court. And the whole point is that it fucking mounts on the wall and don't come off. And you can't move around. It's like forcing them into a fucking cellular straitjacket. And I think I proposed that it locked in place. Like, you set it up first, you practiced Zoom court, like it came with all these things. And it was like, that was the whole point. I'm well aware. Of course, people could buy little mounts. You can buy them at the dollar store. But yeah, you rent a person that holds their phone. That's good. I also pitched this idea where I'll argue with somebody, because sometimes you want to argue, and but you don't want to ruin your relationships around you, but you really get the urge to fight with somebody. Well, I would happily fight with you, and I will do a fucking great job about it, for a fee. And you will go home feeling great. Great. I promise you. See that? I think, what do we call that? Anger? An anger surrogate? I think that was the idea. But, yeah. I can do text. I can do phone, video call, in person, possibly. You have to pay for my security, too. But, okay, let's keep going.
Just looking for a waiver in this one. Not seeing a waiver.
Do you need a referee statement for that one?
Yeah, I guess I will need one unless I find a waiver here.
Okay.
And again,
Yeah, I'm not seeing it though.
Okay.
Who really runs the court? The court clerk. Her in the background doing all the work.
Double checking.
Usually I would tab it out. It's just weird that I didn't.
Yeah. Well,
referee
yeah.
statement.
Normally you do, but since I have an attorney involved here, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
realize
yeah.
she's now working in another jurisdiction that does not need that, because their judges are the only ones that do.
Can somebody pop exclamation mark link?
Usually I try to find that for you though.
Yeah, I don't think it's here, so I think you did the right thing. I just wanted to double check.
Did I have one printed for you, or you need one?
I'll need one. There's not one here.
Okay.
That's why I'm double checking.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Because normally you do that. If you check and you don't find the waiver, you give me a statement. Alrighty.
All right, we can do Jurgen next. Jurgen versus Jurgen.
Oh my god, Jurgen versus Jurgen. That's going to be a big case, right? Jurgens? We popped the link tree over there. I should do an OnlyFans seminar.
Sean Cox can't get rid of us today.
What, Cock?
You had to look at my ugly mug for 3 hours this morning, and now you're stuck with it again.
Almost 4 hours this morning in person.
Boys, you have to stop talking about how many hours you sat with each other this morning in person doing God knows what. If you have a dirty mind, it always sounds terrible. It just always sounds terrible. They spent 4 hours back and forth this morning just grinding something out.
Yet. At least you made it back to the home. Well, you made it home. Okay, good. Mr. Jurgen, did you connect, sir?
Yes, I am. If you can hear me.
Alrighty. Perfect. I do not believe we have Misty present. Are we expecting her, Sean?
Your Honor, I was not aware if she was appearing, but I was aware we had a signed consent
Yeah,
judgment.
you have a signed consent judgment, but you know,
I knew we needed Ray here for sure. So
yeah, since everybody's signed it, I figured you guys are more than welcome. I'll just get you through it. All righty. We are here in the matter of Jurgen versus Jurgen, case number 24-01473DM. Mr. Jurgen, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
Yes, sir.
All righty, sir. You filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in February of 2024, correct?
Yes.
And all the allegations in that document were true and accurate when you signed it?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes, sir.
And you were married to Misty by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
Hold on, Mr. Jurgens. Look, it says red hand pointing up. It's so sweet. I do see it in the chat. Thanks, Mikey. And it will pop up in approximately 37 seconds. How was the chase? Short? Too quick? Just like this Jurgens moment that he had? And we all do know what Jurgens is for, right? No, seriously, thank you so much. There's not another one. Very short, yes. The check mark looks so good on you. We can aspire to one day have a check mark here too. I don't know. Anywho, let's finish this off. He dressed up for court. I'll give him that. Ray did. Why won't the super chat pop up or the sticker? Why do they take so long, but gifts come through right away? I swear to God, the gifts come through right away, don't they? And also, yes, Vince, his mouth is crooked, but it looks large.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair.
Thank you, Mikey. Look at that. I like that. Hearts.
An equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of the marriage.
Yes.
And you believe it's in the best interest of your child.
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, Misty is not currently pregnant.
No, she's not.
Okay. Mr. Cox, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everybody. I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction and the proofs are sufficient of the document. There's a waiver in the judgment, so we'll be getting it back. Mr. Jurgen will be sending it to you. It'll be your responsibility to send Mr. Cox the copies for Misty. Okay?
Jurgen Cox?
Since you're the plaintiff, yeah, since you're the plaintiff, you're the one that gets to do a lot of the legwork. Alrighty.
Okay, so you're going to send me the documents.
We'll send you the document. We'll send you the documents. Then you'll need to send a final copy over to Mr. Cox's office.
No problem.
Alrighty. And then it'll be Mr. Cox's responsibility to send the final copy to Misty.
Okay.
Alrighty. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you again, Sean. Sorry, we had a trial this morning, all morning.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, day 2 and day 3 are already scheduled, so it's.
Those are going to be long ones.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a day 4 and 5 and 6 too.
So, oh, not good.
Yeah. In any event, have a good afternoon, sir.
You too, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
All righty, next.
Sheik versus Sheik.
Oh my God, it was so awkward. So awkward. Keep it safe and keep it legal. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if a judge actually took up that phrase? He didn't care, but he stayed. Oh my God, the lawyer pieced so fast. Oh my God. Oh. He just went, that was the most polite exchange, honestly, that I've seen in court. The guy was like out of his depth. He's like, I can't just leave. I have to listen to this judge talk to me. Oh God.
Okay.
Interesting. These are all consented
Miss
divorces.
Steffes, welcome.
How are you today?
So far, so good.
Good.
It's been moving right along. We had an in-person hearing this morning, and now I've just got a bunch of pro-cons to do, and then I'll deal with some child support issues. And
Well, hopefully this is the easiest and fastest part of your day.
it's
It's supposed to be.
It's not that hard. It gets very tedious, but at the same time, there are times I lose my place. It's like, did I ask that question already? Yeah, 13 other times.
Been there, done that myself.
Yeah. Miss Sheik, welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
Okay, is it Sheik or Sheik?
Sheik.
Sheik, okay. Thought I'd better to ask.
That's okay.
All righty. Well, I should have known. I get a 50-50 chance, and yeah, I'll pick the wrong 50 every time.
You can try my first name. We can see how that goes.
All right, Ryan.
Yes, you did it. Correct.
See? Read a lot of Shakespeare. You can pronounce almost anything.
That's not a lie.
But in any event, we are here in the matter of Sheik versus Sheik, case number 24-05540DO. Ryan, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
All righty, ma'am. You filed a complaint for divorce through your attorney's office back in, flip the pages, June of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in that complaint were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to William by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there has been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you have presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. Ms. Steffes, any questions, ma'am?
No.
Oh, she's crying. Now I feel bad. We were just talking about jerking cocks. Typical Paisley. Inappropriate. I feel sad. She's crying. My brain, first thing I thought was, well, maybe he died. And then my brain was like, oh, you don't need to divorce a dead person. So that's how my terrible brain works. Again, she's crying, Paisley. Have some compassion.
Ms. Sheik, I do find by and through that testimony and a review of the judgment that this court has jurisdiction because this is where you live, and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting that processed, and we'll be getting it over to your office, Ms. Steffes, for distribution appropriately, since
Yes.
there's a waiver in the document. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you very much.
I tell a
Thank
bad
you.
dad joke, but
It's okay.
It can be emotional on this day.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. And sometimes,
Sorry.
I never know what the courtroom is going to be like. I have people come in and they're laughing and partying and high-fiving each other.
Yeah.
And they've never met. And then I have other days that half the group is crying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I remember at my grandmother's funeral giving the eulogy, and I had not cried up until that point. And boy, when I started talking, I couldn't stop it. I think
Right.
that a lot of people going through this process feel that very same thing today.
Severe emotion is severe emotion.
Yeah, it is. And
High
it
and
takes a long time to get here, and then the day that it happens.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then the day it happens, which is why I try to keep the mood in the courtroom a little light.
Thank
deal with
you. I
deal with
appreciate
heavy
that.
things. Yeah. Well, in that vein, all right. Why do pirates have a hard time playing cards?
Why?
Because the captain's always standing on the deck.
Oh my gosh.
You can always count on referee Kometz for the good jokes.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
I think
jokes,
good.
probably, but that's
I was
all
going to say
right.
I think good needs to be put in quotes.
Yeah.
Fair.
But
Thank you.
it's better to have you leave smiling.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Have a good afternoon, everyone.
You
Take
too.
care.
Thank you.
I think we should should we work on some jokes for him? Appropriate jokes that would work that we could send him perhaps. That was honestly like, yeah, the dadliest dad joke ever. I think there could be some better ones. I think we could get some real laughter. That was not really that funny. I've had 5-year-olds tell me funnier jokes. I would say that. So I think as a hive mind, we could come up with some. I bet if we sent them to him, he would maybe try them. Or yeah, maybe he could show pictures of the basement. I mean, it does sort of, I'm glad that he's better at reading social cues than some judges. Some judges you don't even think are paying attention. At least he's paying attention. But he's like, it's like he doesn't like uncomfortableness, so he's like, it fills in all the spaces. I'm aware of how that goes. I do that. That's me.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Katie.
Bye.
Thank you.
Right, Patch versus Swanson.
Oh, funny. I pulled that up just not thinking. I just grabbed it.
And there is a waiver in court view.
There is a waiver in court view. Perfect.
Yeah, so I don't know if I gave
So
you
I won't sign the findings then.
Okay.
Alrighty. Next. Are they both here or just one?
Just plaintiff.
That's okay. Perfect. That's all we need. Ms. Patch? Dana? Could you unmute, please?
Sorry about that.
Oh, no need to apologize. Welcome. Oh, you're both together. Okay.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I was trying to tell somebody earlier, you started this standing next to each other, you can end it the same way. Alrighty. We will begin with Patch versus.
They did not laugh at that. Look at their faces. Holy shit, Judge. Judge, we just went through this. Remember that one couple that was like sitting on the one couch together? And it was so weird. They lived together still. And one of them was like a lesbian now or something. Was that what happened? Do you remember that? I just remember they were sitting on a couch and the wife had like short hair, but they were in the same house and everything was against the dad, I think. They look so mad. Read the room. Also, if we're in her house, that's her favorite color. That, what I'm going to call mint / like bland green color. See the wall behind her, her shirt. I'm guessing if she's wearing a bra. I don't think it's puke green. It's more like, I don't know. Anyways, but yes, I'm thinking that's her favorite color. And he needs to blink and give us a sign if he's being held hostage here and forced to do this divorce without actually wanting to. Oh, jeez.
Swanson, case number 24-05-019DO, and you're sitting so close. Dana, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand carefully so you don't smack him. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
And Mr. Swanson, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
Alrighty, I'd like to say that starts off being funny about don't smack him, but I have actually had that happen when they're sitting close to one another in the past because they're not paying attention. So I've actually like, okay, let me give the warning. It's kind of like this. This one comes with a warning label. Alrighty, Dana, you filed a complaint for divorce this matter back in May of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to the best of your knowledge to this day.
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes, I am.
And you were married to Carl by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Correct.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Correct.
And you are not currently pregnant.
No, I'm not.
All righty. Carl, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yep.
True and accurate, sir?
Yep.
In that case, I do find by and through that testimony, this court has jurisdiction, and because this is where you live, and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. My clerk just noted that there is a waiver of the 21-day appeal period in the court records. So we'll be getting this processed in the next day or so and sending it to you. Well, Dana will be sending it to you. It'll be your responsibility to give Carl his copies. All righty?
Yeah.
Yep.
Have a good afternoon to both of you. Take care.
Thank you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Sorry, we have a good bunch of them this afternoon.
No problem.
I still have more.
Will we receive that by email or?
You'll receive
mail?
it by mail because you need the actual copies.
I see. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. You'll need them when you retire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's as close to giving legal advice that he gets. That's what he did there. He was just basically explaining to them that you're going to need your quadros filled out, which is a qualified domestic relations order. It allows a pension company to go ahead and divest a portion of it or put it in another person's name. And they're actually quite complicated documents. Lawyers often have difficulty getting them handled correctly, and so for pro se litigants, it's very difficult. You'll hear talk of it a lot in Michigan divorces. I'm sure they're in most divorces, but basically he just gave them legal advice. He's like, you're going to need this hard copy when you retire so that you can get your proper pension, basically. And if let's say they've signed each other's pensions and said, no, we're going to just have our own, they would need that as well. Because there's a de facto sort of breakdown. Anyways. I hope you guys had a wonderful evening tonight. Hopefully they keep it somewhere safe, you know? I guess there's so many hopefullys. I do understand why they say you should get a lawyer for these things. Anyways, I hope you guys had a wonderful evening. I know I did. I didn't get the outro uploaded yet, just the intro. Why didn't I do that? But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you again to Mark and to everybody for your generosity today. It is so appreciated, and I'll be back tomorrow. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I go live every single day and twice on Sundays. So we're here for you. Remember, I love you, I am proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Maybe I'll just play something. We'll figure it out. I love you. Bye.
Ways down and